Let's find out what everyone's been up to start with you. Jon, you've been to Peppa Pig World.
Yes, we did, yeah.
Just on your own?
With our daughter.
No, with your daughter.
With our daughter.
Your daughter. Did you meet Edmund Elephant?
Were you the clever
Ed
clogs?
wasn't there.
He's a clever clog.
He's on tour at the moment. We met Pepper and George. Pretty big deal.
What was that like?
Peter Rabbit as well this week. Met Lily Rabbit. Not showing off, but you know. All this media work's finally starting to pay.
Very reasonably priced as well, wasn't it?
No, it's extortionate.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Absolutely extortionate in a way that you cannot explain to a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how many pennies that is. Let me tell you how many nights you're not going to see Daddy now.
I used to talk about that, the economics of fun with my daughters. They didn't get it. It's like the park is free. Disney's all the other ones are great as well, but Disney's expensive. Yeah, so it's not good. Have you got a dog?
No, we'd love one, wouldn't we?
It's been talked about, yeah.
Oh.
But we've got a 3-year-old, so there's enough mess to clean up. I'm quite laid back around the house as it is, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah, I
So,
imagine that. Yeah, I really do imagine that.
We're potty training at the moment, so I think we'll get that out of the way, and then we'll teach Elsie, and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah, our friend
Little gag
Helen's...
there about me not being toilet trained that nobody got. I'll have to...
Funny, that's what they said to us down our ears, John.
You can't edit a laugh on. So people are realising that's what my career's been built on. Laughs put on in the edit.
Helen's got a little chihuahua, hasn't she, called
Our neighbour's
Pedro,
got a chihuahua,
and it's only that big. It's hilarious. It's tiny. I said she should get a tube coming down the stairs and just, you know, pop it down. She worries about it falling and dying, doesn't she? I thought you was in our hotel last night and you was having a party next door. Someone was singing your song.
No.
And so we thought it was you.
Did you say turn it down? We've got an early start.
She was having a party
rooms.
playing her own song.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then
I'm not that kind of person.
then we realised it wouldn't be you, you know.
Did you sing as well?
You're classier than
We
that.
moved rooms, of course.
We moved rooms and we got a better room.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Love that.
Your new show, Meet the Richardsons,
Yeah, it's
started
been
last
cancelled.
week. For anyone who's not caught it yet, can you explain the unusual format of your show?
Well, it's a bit... Have you seen that Tyson Fury documentary? It's a bit like that, but John's not preparing for a fight, he's preparing to go to a garden centre.
That's a really good analogy.
How much of the show is scripted and how much is real life?
None of my bits are scripted because I cannot act. So I'm always being me in a situation in which sometimes... So they're based on real things that have happened, but obviously because we didn't have a camera there at the time, we've sort of reconstructed some of the things. But then there's a lot of stuff that is just us around the house that is real, that we just
Because
film.
Tim and I said before that you can't help but kind of try and find the joy in... You go, right, OK, which is
I would advise against that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
relax it. It's just a vehicle for gags, so it's supposed to be funny.
It's
and
just
that's it, and then
silliness.
you get on with your life after that.
Let's-
I don't know why you don't do the whiskey bit at the end.
I know, because this bit now
must
makes it
happen
tricky,
every
doesn't it? No. You've had like 3 whiskies, and then we try and do this.
And then they go and do an interview, Tim. Go on, go and do an interview with a load of facts about albums and stuff. Go on. Go
I thought you did really well.
You are good at presenting.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes I feel you're insecure about it, but you are good.
Oh, thank you.
Can I
Now
just
I'm insecure about it. Now I am.
Can I just ask the viewers at home something? I'm going to put these in now. Can you let me know when there's 6 minutes from now? Because I've got to take them out. All right, so
minutes from now.
they're going in now.
Who
You
does the
can tweet in?
Who
when
does
it's
the
6
cooking
minutes.
at home out of you two?
I tend to do the most, just because Lucy's cooks very tasty food, but we have to move house each time she cooks in the kitchen. It's unusable after that. So.
A bit messy.
Are you?
Yeah, it's a shame because I am the better cook, but you're a bit more controlling about things, aren't you?
Yes, organised but tasteless. That's the vibe. A bit like my talk.
OK. Lucy, first job for you. Could you, into there, simply tip in into the flour, tip in the sugar, and then all of the baking powder and the salt, and just give that
Is it
a little
jerk
quick
one?
mix
Yeah,
around.
it's not real.
How do you do it then?
Oh, with a knife, that's it.
It won't come out, will it?
Jon, are you going on tour?
I am on tour, yes, from September
Good.
onwards.
Get him out of the house.
What's the show called?
The Knitwit.
The Knitwit.
But with a K, like knitting, because I wear knitwear.
Have you?
Good, that, innit?
Yeah, it's
Clever.
very good. It's clever. Play on words. Have you finished writing it yet?
Next question. Yeah, it's sort of done, isn't it? Well, we need to have a few more arguments, and then I'll just talk about those. I basically just slag Lucy off behind her back for a year. She sees the DVD, and we deal with it.
Lucy, did you ever get to see UFOs?
I've had, yeah, I have, yeah. I've had experiences, yeah. I think they're around.
John?
I think it's nonsense.
I saw basically I was with my mum and we were by a window and we saw this object and it was sort of solid but fluid and it just sort of like floated away.
Perfect. That's
and I
good.
said to Brian Cox, what could that have been? And he said, a balloon.
Just give that a purple.
Maybe it was a balloon, but unless you've experienced things that you can't explain, it's hard to, but you just
things
know.
that you could explain but choose not to.
There's many people that have seen things and you just instinctively know that's not normal, and it wasn't normal.
But so Brian Cox sent you for his podcast. He sent you off to look for UFOs.
Yeah.
Where did you go to find them?
Hull.
Hull. Is that the mecca for UFOs?
We went to a site where in the 70s people saw a spaceship land, a cigar-shaped object land and then disappear.
Did you see it?
We never saw it, but my mum has been affected by that because she played at that site and she remembers it happening and things like that. And...
OK.
I love UFOs.
Do you?
Yeah, I like watching footage of them online. I spend ages doing it. I'm not sure I
Do you
believe in
really?
any of it, but
Do you
I like
believe
watching...
in being abducted?
Do I believe in being abducted?
Yeah, you think
I don't know, but I like reading about it, watching it, but I don't believe in any of it.
Have you seen Danny Dyer's UFO
Yeah, I love
documentary?
that. That's very good.
That's the finest work in the genre, I think. Aliens come up and had a pipe at him, innit? Wonderful work.
Yeah, but I've never seen one, so I don't, but I've never seen a ghost either.
Have you not?
Oh, they're not real.
Aren't they really?
Oh, they're not real either.
Aren't they?
I can put that one to bed for you as well.
I had a ghost dog get into bed with me.
John?
No, it was bizarre.
When was this?
Really bizarre when we moved into our house, didn't we? And I could feel its limbs, and it just felt, it was a dog. And it like licked me, and then tell them what happened.
Well,
that.
none of this happened.
What happened the next day?
Oh, in some weeks afterwards, you saw a picture of a dog.
Doing that on purpose. He went into the garage and he found a picture of the dog that had got into...
Oh! Thank you, viewers.
Wow.
What was that?
Don't
I think
know.
that was the...
So that's all.
They look delicious.
So the picture of the dog in the garage, how does that make...
There was a picture of a dog in the garage. The dog that used to live in the house.
So they bred dogs, the people before us, and they're buried all around the garden.
They're not buried all
They are
around the
buried all around the garden.
What happens is something real happens and then it gets retold 8 times until it's a good anecdote.
Pop all of that banana
Do you know a couple of weeks ago...
into there. That'll do, is actually loose. And then those go in here as well. So this is now our caramelly, banana-y, walnutty delight, OK? So that's just a nice sauce. That on a bit of ice cream, vegan ice cream, will be quite delicious.
Do you know, a couple of weeks ago, Joe Pasquale was on the show and he had actually seen a UFO, and so he drew it for us, and this is what it looks like. There it is. So that's him on the M4, and he'd spotted the UFO, and that's what it looked like there. So is that